What's up, everyone? We've been gone for a while. Happy to be back. You know, it's only been a few weeks. We'll try and be a bit more consistent for everyone for the next few times we're doing this podcast. It's Dre, aka Sauce Bushudu Brown, back with the GameHeads XP podcast. How's everyone else doing in here?
We good, bro. We good.
Yeah,
good.
All good, bro.
We're living.
Yeah, and it seems like we have a guest, sir. You might want to introduce yourself.
All right, my name is TEIKO, aka the Tan Mamba, as some of you may know me from Twitter.
Okay.
No other fancy aliases.
He looks so nervous.
Yeah. I know, right? It's his first time, people.
He's like, I'm on the XP
I mean,
podcast.
not really nervous, but like, you know, like I'm a big fan of like this.
And he's starstruck. He's starstruck. That's what it is. He's heard of the Gameheads. We've been you know, Gaming legends, and you know, he really just couldn't handle the absolute stardom emanating from this man right here. I mean, you too can. I mean,
yeah,
not so much. No, he ain't wearing the dashiki, so he don't really have that energy with him tonight.
Bro, listen, we are so big. The podcast is so big. Someone saw me with it and just. So I gotta go get it back.
Oh, you didn't sell it.
The hunt for the dashiki.
Oh,
I
wow.
wanted to sell it, but they got it off me, bro. These fans are thirsty. These fans are hungry. Okay.
I mean, are they hungry or thirsty? No, are they hungry or thirsty?
Both.
Oh, wow.
They're starving.
Powerful. Well, we got a good one for everyone tonight. We'll be talking about a few things. Back for Blood coming out soon, October 22nd. Nope, October 12th. Sorry about that. October 12th or 13th. Check if I'm wrong. We'll also be talking about some of the Gamescom games you might be excited for, what our thoughts were about that, as well as a few of upcoming things we have going on Gamehead side.
Well, you want to introduce us?
What do you mean?
I have to interject.
Why?
You introduced TEIKO. You won't even introduce us.
Bro, they know y'all already. You don't need no
you
introductions. You're...
Bro, you Cam the Comfort, bro.
Yeah. You know.
I'm changing my name to Cam Jiro. You know, shout out to Maria, real more people on the Mugen chain. You know, we out here, we slaying demons, we doing our thing on a level. You know, on what side of me? That side of me. That's the one fraud fish. Noah, what's good?
I'm good. I'm living, and on my screen, I'm actually on the other side of you, so you could just point both ways next time. You know?
Yeah. We was gonna let it ride
on the production,
know.
on the official production. He over there. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Good luck with that one.
But yeah, man, everything's been good. Just been chilling. A lot of games coming out. I can't wait for Dre to start saying that League is better than all of them. So I'm really excited.
I mean, most of them. I would not be. I'm not so.
Praise. It's a good
I'm
episode
not so
tonight.
conceited to say that League is better than all of them, but I do know that League is better than most.
Yo, Dre.
I mean, like, if you think about it, have you heard of Cult of the Lamb? That's a pretty good game.
Oh yeah, that was the best Gamescom game that they showed. Everything else was trashed.
Yo, you gotta tell us
what that was. This was horrible.
But the thing is,
everything except Cult of the Lamb was trash.
Dre is gonna be at his wedding, and he's gonna be like, "Mother sick, I could have been playing League."
Wait, why are these vows taking so long?
Yeah,
bro.
Vow.
Are we in jungle, bro?
Before I stinking get this ring on this one. My lord.
She plays mid? What?
Yeah. She's a support main, that's what she is. She's a support main.
How are we gonna work together?
Yeah, she's taking Cam's role because Cam ain't doing the job he's supposed to be doing.
Wait, don't make it sound like I was a sweetheart or something. Don't mix it up.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Cult of the Lamb, right? Gamescom did come out. I know a few of us watched it, right? What were you guys' thoughts on that?
I'd let TEIKO go first.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The guest.
That is not fair because the guest did not watch Gamescom.
And the guest here in the hot seat.
Oh man, this is the hardest seat. All right, so I did not see a lot of the games from Gamescom. I think y'all did mention earlier that they did finally give Halo Infinite a release date. I don't know if y'all want me to go into that, but I am excited for that. We were speaking about Death Stranding earlier also too. They showed some new Death Stranding stuff. I liked that. But other than that, I didn't really catch much of everything else.
That so goes
Don't
to
worry,
show.
Halo Infinite is what matters. That's what matters.
I think the real talking point
They
may need to be: did Gamescom have any real impact? I think that's the real discussion to have. I mean, games were showed, but I think
I don't think that's a discussion.
I mean, did they really show out?
Also, the Lamb.
They didn't really show out, or
the Lamb. The
other discussion.
But then again, it wasn't really Gamescom.
The discussion may be: was E3 good enough? Was E3 that good for Gamescom?
Are you talking about E3 or game? Like, are you trying?
Summer's Game Fest and E3.
Yeah.
Like, we had some good showings this summer, and maybe Gamescom just was lackluster compared to all the news we got for E3 and Summer's Game Fest combined. And it's like, I was at work, I was busy, but usually I would make it a point to watch highlights. Right? Gamescom, I came home, I watched nothing. I saw some B-roll for Saints Row, and I was like, okay, I get it. I didn't watch the trailer for Saints Row. Like, I didn't care, and that's not common for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, for Saints Row. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, like, weirdly enough, for whatever reason, it felt like Gamescom kind of just snuck up on me. Like, I'm normally more aware when these shows are gonna come out, but I did not know Gamescom was gonna be on and all. That's kind of the main reason why I don't really know what all they revealed and everything. But I don't know. It's just weird because it came. Well, gaming is in a weird spot right now with COVID because I'm so used to E3 being like the big thing only that's gonna show these. Oh my God, I'm fumbling over the mic. We gotta edit that out.
You nervous?
I know how. But we gotta edit that out. Yeah.
Don't edit it out.
No, bro, we gotta edit that out now, bro.
I gotta be live. Gotta be live.
Yeah, this is an edit. All right.
You nervous?
No,
but
when Dre goes on his league tantrums, we don't edit it out. We keep it in.
No, but really,
it's like
but
ad
really,
breaks.
it seemed like all TEIKO, really saying is that like E3 seemingly felt like enough, and like I agree with him saying that Gamescom felt like it snuck up out of nowhere because on E3 we was counting the days. Well, maybe not Dre because he hates everything that is in the league. We were counting the days. We was like, we hoping we were waiting on Sony to say they'll be there or they're gonna put their event close to that. Like we were waiting for a lot of news. Like we was hungry for games before E3 and Summer's Game Fest, and now it's almost like we already know half of the stuff delayed. It's like that thirst for games. Maybe just for me, but that thirst for games. I feel like it snuck up, and that thirst for games just wasn't strong enough for me to really go seek out and check Gamescom, especially not even realizing that it was happening.
Yeah, well, I mean, it gave Jeff Keighley a reason to still exist, right?
Jeff Keighley.
Right. Outside of the Game Awards.
Yeah, outside of the Game Awards, right? He remained relevant, and I was still very happy to see him. I was very happy, right? He was the highlight of Gamescom, I would say. I mean, besides Call to the Lamb, right, Noah? But they still showed
Need more be said.
Saints Row. They still showed Saints Row, right? Now that trailer actually had a lot of mixed reviews from at least like people on the chat as well as just in general. People don't like the new look of it, right? It was a little jarring because Saints Row's always been like this, this wacky, this really like
cartoony, but it does look cartoony. I don't know.
Crazy. It looks cartoony, right? But it looks like it takes itself too seriously, bro. Like that's the thing. I remember in Saints Row the Third, there are literally missions where you're riding BDSM ponies, bro. Like that's a mission, right? That is a huge part of the game. To chase someone. It's a BDSM pony chase scene in that game, right? And then in Saints Row the Fourth, you're the president of America, and you're also fighting naked. right? And you have a dubstep gun. Like, it's all that crazy stuff that people love to play in these games, right? And this game looks like it takes itself a little too seriously, you know, where it's not really going to have that stuff, and that's what people might be worrying about.
But Dre, you got to remember, Saints Row had a story, and then it like devolved into that though. Like, not that it was a even what I did see from that, like it looked like a really polished game, kind of like what Fortnite is looking like now. A little bit, you know, more. It's less cartoony, but Saints Row had a story, and then they embraced all the wackiness, and it became the identity. I don't see why all that wackiness wouldn't still be there. You know, that's just a story trailer. Like, we didn't see a wacky, stupid Saints Row trailer until the second one, right? The first Saints Row trailer, maybe we should watch it, but I don't remember that being wacky. You use a dildo as a sword type thing, like, you know. And they're rebooting the first one.
Right. Yeah, you have a good point. You have a good point there. Maybe. But I mean, just for people, right? Just in recent memory, when people think of Saints Row, that's what they think of, because it may not have been that for 1 and 2, but for 3 and 4, that's what it was, and it was very successful for them. People loved that style of game, right? So if it looks like, and it's just based on reaction, right? What people are seeing in that trailer, they're not seeing wacky stuff, right? There's like the wackiest thing you probably saw was like a shirtless dude in a little kitty cat mask that changes expressions, right? But even that
was
like,
so Fortnite.
It was, I know, right?
That
like that's
so
the thing, and people are like, oh no, they're taking Saints Row down. You know, to their Fortnite Fi in it. Like, that's what they're doing, right? And the people just didn't really like it too much. But otherwise, people still, you know, people are like, well, let's give it a chance, right? It looks good, you know, graphically. The characters aren't ugly, you know, the game doesn't look ugly, but I mean, it's a cinematic trailer, right? So we haven't seen any gameplay yet. People are judging, you know, the book by its cover, but that's all they've shown us so far. So that's all we can really use to judge at this point. I mean, I know for me personally, I didn't really like the direction that they seem to be going in with that game, which is, it may seem like it's going down a little bit more of a serious, and when I say serious, not really like serious in terms of Saints Row, right? Saints Row is the least serious game you could ever play. Right?
Yeah, it's another level, because,
you know, so like the game still is silly, or it's kind of silly, but it's not to the level that it usually is, that they usually bring it, and that's what you might be missing.
My thing is, every GTA was silly as hell, right? Yeah. But they weren't as stupid as Saints Row. They all were silly.
It's not. Oh my goodness! I remember.
Ridiculous. Tell the story, Noe.
I was gonna say.
I said tell the story, Noe. My brain, like, kind of tell the story, Noah.
Why did I respond? You see, my brain's on the same level. But I
didn't mean to bring that aspect of the pod. So I did, you know.
It's contagious.
I know for his fun, but go Noah.
But like, I never really venture outside the Nintendo sphere that much, except if I'm like playing with a friend. And I remember my friend loaded up Saints Row for me, and I'm like, GTA? But you know, I was a novice, I was a young one.
I
started playing it. I was like, what's going on? Why you put me on top of this skyscraper? Why am I falling? Like, is this a dubstep gun? Yeah. I'm just asking all kind of questions, and I'm just falling in love with the silliness. And I watch them play, and they having so much fun. And that really cemented the Saints Row experience. Like, there's all the story you could be doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, games are there for you to have fun. And I feel like if they're trying to take that aspect out, I feel like it's gonna really diminish the quality of the game, because that's what a lot of people know it for. I haven't met many people who actually say, "Yeah, man, the Saints Row story. Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, I'm there for that."
Back, and then I stopped playing. You know, the story, man.
Yo, I feel like Noah was so scared. He was playing that Saints Row, and it was like because and stuff, and he said he's scared his mommy was complacent that door. No,
my mom took away a game from me for being too out there, and I'll never forget what it was for. It was so funny. I'm playing this game that my cousin gives me on his PS2, first console ever. I'm the happiest kid in the world. All my homework done. I play in game for hours on end. My mom come in and say, "What you playing?" I say, "Need for Speed." She say, "Oh, it's a nice game." 5 minutes later, I run in from the police, and they have the little red lights for where you're supposed to hit like poles and all of them to fall on the police cars. So I'm doing it like it's like one of them like, oh, just like hit all the target games. And my mom's like, "You running from the police?"
Give me the.
This ain't gonna fly. I was like, okay, so I gotta hide games from you. I see this now.
She used to cut that. She used to cut that hip. I don't want to say the A word.
I never see that PS2 again.
Yeah, cut that hip.
Never. I got a leap pad. I got a leap pad. Okay, y'all don't even know what that is.
I want to bring some controversy, right?
Yeah.
Bring some controversy.
Oh no.
We got a delay. Right? We got a delay. Did it come at Gamescom? I know it came around Gamescom. We got was it a delay? We got February. I think it's the date. For something on the horizon. You know. That a certain somebody on the podcast like, I need my quality games, and you know, I'm gonna get them, and they seem to keep getting pushed back. Like they seem to keep.
They push back Cult to the Lamb.
Going further. I'm talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
I thought
Horizon. You're talking about what's it called? Horizon New West or whatever.
Yeah. So it's Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West.
Yep.
Don't scare me like that, bro. I thought it was like a game I was actually looking forward to, like, you know.
Like Call to the Lamb. I mean,
exactly, bro. Like, and you know,
but I mean,
House of Ashes. You know.
You said it was delayed. Did they ever announce a release? I don't remember seeing a release.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing.
It is true, but I just can't remember. I'm thinking because I remember somebody coming to me and messaging me and saying this is a girl who she recently played Horizon this summer, and she's like, "Oh, it's a new one," and she got a PS5, and then E3 happened. They didn't get any type of date. And then this game, she's like, "Oh, Horizon is in this year. We have to wait all the way until I think mid-February for Horizon." And I'm like, that was a staple for PS5s for the holiday time, right? And
well, they had announced it, just like they had announced God of War, but it's not like we're hoping that God of War is coming in, for Christmas.
We had a better hope for Horizon, though. We had a realistic hope.
Christmas would be funny, though.
We had a realistic hope for Horizon, right? And for my PS5 owners, my $70 payers, right?
My $70 payers.
What are we really looking forward to for the rest of the year? I know Kina is this month, I think. And I think there's one PS5 owner in here. So TEIKO, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Hey, don't put him on blast like that.
He knows.
If someone listens to the podcast and says, "Oh, he has a PS5."
Honestly, I didn't have much expectations from PS5 this year. COVID has the gaming landscape so messed up right now, bro. Everything's getting delayed. Everything's getting pushed back. I think I watched a trailer for Deathloop earlier. They got some nice features with the PS5 controller. I was gonna get it on PC, but those features kind of selling me on leaning to spending the little extra money and paying the $70. So I'm looking forward to that. You mentioned Kina. Kina's interesting, but I think I'm gonna cop that in the Epic Game Store. They tend to have games a bit cheaper. The biggest thing for me with the PlayStation, with the PS5 right now, bro, is the $70 price for the games. Like, if you have a PC, like, you're really gonna only buy PlayStation exclusives. Like, anything what you could save a little bit of money on, you can buy it on PC. So, like, yes, I could get Deathloop on PC, but I think they did enough with the controller to sell me on getting it on PS5. And also, I need to play it a little bit more because I really don't play nothing else. I mean, I just got done with the Ghost of Tsushima,
Kiki Island.
That expansion.
Is it Kiki Island?
Excellent, by the way. Iki Island. Iki Island expansion. Yeah, from the director's cut. That was pretty good. But I mean, other than that, I can't really think of anything else that's gonna come on PS5 that I'm gonna look forward to for the rest of this year. Horizon, I I wouldn't say that I'm not looking forward to it, but like Dre alluded to, I didn't know a release date for it, so I wasn't like sitting here hard up fit. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, when it drops, it drops. So really, only Deathloop I'm probably gonna cop on PS5 for the year. After paying all that money for this game, right?
I mean,
After paying all that
you
money,
get your stuff, but I mean, like, it's one of those things where people, still talk about it, and it's like, I wanted to get my PS5 from day one a long time, and I could see that want kind of dwindling, and this is another story that I forgot to add to what we should talk about. I think Austin Evans did a video. I think he's Linus Tech Tips. I think they got into some of the new PlayStation components, right? Because they're using some different components so that they can make some more PS5s and get them out. And I don't know how true it is, but now they're saying that the new PS5s, if you already had certain problems and glitches, the rest mode glitch and stuff, they're saying they're kind of running worse now with these new cheaper components. And this is only one source I've seen or one person speak about this, and I'm like, if this starts to become more like, this is what it is, these new PS5s kind of like mixed with ain't much to play. It's not even no diss to my PS5 people or owners. It's like, I feel bad because it's like, man, like, I wanted to get it. I wanted to get it, have it, and put it on my bureau. Now it's like, just like Gamescom, it feels like that thirst. It's just
make no mistake about it. It will literally just be sitting on your bureau right now.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like it just ain't much to play, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the whole thing with that was the whole thing with like the hype for the PS5, right? People were so hyped for the PS5 itself that they forgot to check what games are available on the PS5 exclusively. And when they got it, they're like, oh wow, I'm not going to be playing anything new on this PS5, or I'm going to be playing one or two games that are new, and I'm going to finish those in maybe a month, 2 months, if I have the time, and I'll be done.
Look at the positive. Backwards compatibility, at least as old games. Imagine if they released it with no new games.
I mean, and it's not like you're just getting a PS5 just to play the exclusives, right? I mean, you're getting a PS5 because you want an upgrade to your old PS4 or to whatever console you had before that was previous generation. People are still playing Apex on there and Fortnite, and they're playing those games that are live service and do have player bases. So it's not just the single player games and like these epics, but it's also just the competitive stuff as well, and just other things that started on PlayStation 4 and still have placed in the PS5, right? Guilty Gear being one of them, Street Fighter, other fighting games like that. Anything that came out on the PlayStation 4, right? Like Noah said, it's not. I mean, it's not really backwards compatibility. Maybe it might be just more of a port, but they're still available, right? So people will be playing for that, and they'll have better graphics. They'll have better performance on that PlayStation 5 as well. So that might also be a reason for people to have bought it then. If they just want to upgrade to the system, didn't really care too much about the actual games coming out so soon.
Now, I gotta ask Noah this because I don't know if this came up. I think this came up before Gamescom. Didn't we get some more news about Pokemon Arceus? Noah?
Did we? That's a really good question. Wow. I've really been out of the Pokemon loop.
No, you haven't. I mean, I don't mean to do it, but it's like, I don't know who else, because I want to know, but I don't know who else. You are the Nintendo expert. I expect you to know these things.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you the mafia putting people on the spot, boy.
Yeah, you see?
I know. Long ago, I started playing Pokemon.
Just be happy that you're not.
I was about to get. The moment I was about to finish the Pokemon game that I had, I looked in the news and there were about 3 new versions. And since that, I was like, I can't keep up. Okay, so I like, when Pokemon news comes my way, it's like, okay, that's really cool. I'm happy for my friends who are Pokemon fans. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! When new Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff comes out, I'm like, I'm happy for them, but long ago I realized this is not me. This is not me.
Okay,
but I do believe there was recent Pokemon Arceus news.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of people were talking about it.
Yeah, like they were saying some of the specs and stuff. So I guess outside of that, you ain't really too hyped. Like, what are you hyped for the Switch now? Since
what am I hyped for the Switch? Honestly,
we just reached September.
Honestly, personally, for like the Switch, I said this before in past podcasts, but I'm definitely way more hyped for like indie games and indie developers that take use of that make use of the portability of the Switch. I'm not really too excited for like big AAA titles on the Switch because I believe the Switch hardware is just not up to par.
Garbage.
It can't do it, Like when Wolfenstein came out, I think I got that for like $5 or something, or $10 on the Switch, and I played a little bit, because I had like all these points saved up, and I think it was on a discount or something like that. So I said I always want to play Wolfenstein, and so I started playing it, and the graphics, they were like, when you have bad internet and you kind of decide to yourself, hey,
10 frames per second.
I can't watch it. I can't be watching 1080p. 720 maybe, but 480 has to be the new standard. And then when you get better internet, it's like 480. Yeah. I'm trying to be on 1440 minimum.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it felt. Like I played Wolfenstein like 2 weeks later on my friend's like custom built PC, and I was like, what was I doing?
You'll never touch that Switch again after that.
Nope. No, I'll touch the Switch. That's that game. Just not that game on the Switch. But like definitely stuff.
I mean, Cam, you can attest to that, right? You were once a PC hater, and now you are one of us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely
talk about it.
I wasn't a PC hater. I just knew that you guys were elitists, and
PC conspiracy theorists.
I definitely
elitist.
I definitely see the benefit of people choosing to use which is best for them. Like if you have a space, like I got my whole setup sitting here and having that power to rely on. So while I doing work, I got a video here, I got a game here, I got the and I still have. I trying to lift up the Xbox anyway. I still have everything in my setup, right? Other people, they might just want a little small thing to play games. It plays games, no bunch of it's updates, but no bunch of drivers, no bunch of extra stuff. It's like
I'm sure we know someone like that who just buys a game console because honestly, managing a PC is just too much hard work.
Exactly.
And they just want to sit down at the end of the day, wipe some dust from the corner of the console.
Yeah.
Connect their controller,
turn it
to
on,
the console, and just be like,
and
listen,
and
I want my game library.
What I have noticed, being able to adjust has been dope. We're playing Aliens Fireteam, and things were looking kind of. We was also playing Space Punks, which is another thing we gotta talk about soon when we talk about Back for Blood. But we playing Aliens Fireteam Elite, and I was like, yo, we got this PC. Everything on high, but everything on extreme, by ultra, and then it was on ultra, and then I was able to drop it. I was able to drop it to like medium, and I was like, this ain't supposed to look better on medium than it looked on ultra. So like being able to kind of adjust games to how I want to experience them or how they may run best for me and my monitor, has been a welcome experience. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I attest for each and every console and why you use them. I haven't picked up my Switch in a minute, but I honestly, just before we get off the Gamescom topic, we talking about Switch. How do we feel about Metroid Dread? Are we getting it?
I can't wait for that game. I can't wait for that game. That is the one game that's going to get me back into using my Switch.
I was sleeping on it at first because I remember they were talking about Metroid, and I was like, I wasn't sleeping on it because I thought the game was going to be bad. I was sleeping on it because I thought a Metroid game released in this day and age. You guys remember, what was it, Metroid 4 or something that was supposed to come out? Metroid 4 is like Bayonetta 3, okay? Just a bane to all the fans. Not going to come out. It's a mystery, doesn't exist. It's like Half-Life 3 or something. Like it's voodoo, it's magic, it's air. It's just not going to happen. And then they said Metroid Dread, and my brother pulled up to me with this YouTube video on 4K showing off to me because he didn't pull up on the Switch. He said, hey, have you heard about Metroid Dread? And he showed me some cutscenes, and I was like, first, I was a bit disturbed by Samus's color palette. You know, Dread, but she's so bright. I don't know, but it really fits and it really works. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited, honestly. I think that would be one of the few Nintendo games I'm gonna just buy full price day of release.
Yeah, straight up. What about you, TEIKO?
Bro, believe it or not, I have never played any of the older Metroids.
Shame.
I am gonna cop it though.
Damn. I'm gonna cop the old ones too.
You said I should cop the older ones?
No, I'm gonna cop the older ones.
Well, Dre said shame on you. He's not gonna.
No, you should play them. They're great. They are great games.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I haven't.
I should. It's just one of those things that I never quite got into. That's why I was hoping we touch on Pokemon much. I really didn't play much Pokemon. But I like what I've seen from the Metroid trailers and everything. So I am gonna check it out. So I mean, that's pretty much the end of my Metroid. But
well, I'm a big fan of older games with a polished new aesthetic. Especially on Switch, as when Link's Awakening came out, that was just super breath of fresh air to me, right? So you got that basic structure, that Link game, it works. The controls, the gameplay mechanics, in a polished, new, beautiful looking thing. And it's the same thing with Metroid. I had Metroid on Game Boy Color, I think it is, and I'm realizing as a kid, how much games you finish before younger than 10? How much games you finish? Not much. not much.
I couldn't even beat Pokemon Red.
Listen, Pokemon was so hard as a kid.
Pokemon was so hard that
unless you were dedicated to like grinding and getting your Pokemon levels up.
Yeah. So
I think it was the 7th gem. I just like I can't beat these guys.
All I remember is just like nightmares of walking around in one bush outside the 4th gym looking for a Mankey.
Oh gosh. or like in the beginning when you just keep running into the Rattata,
Keep running into like what was it, Zigzagoon or Rattata or whatever, right?
And that was the days before Google. So
I know, right? Yeah, you had to take out one of the guides if you really wanted to beat those games. Like if you were trash, the guy was right. You need like that whole like textbook guide of you could find this Pokemon here and you can find that Pokemon there.
Listen, I caught a Rattata at the beginning and I thought, oh yeah, this thing was beating me down. So I'm thinking this must be a really strong Pokemon. So I'm leveling this thing up like it's my main. And it's like level 60, and I'm just like, this thing is trash. This thing is trash.
Leveling up a Rattata.
And I was only using that one Pokemon, so I had to go all the way back and level up. Like, my starter Pokemon was also high, but I had to level up all these other ones to cover my bad matchup, so to speak.
That was also the thing, right? Like you would level your starter Pokemon up to like level 30, and then realize you have 4 of the Pokemon and they're all level 9.
Yeah, then you have to go back.
You jump into one gym where they have the type advantage on you, and they destroy, like absolutely decimate your starter.
Your rival is such
There's a level 9 Pidgey and then a level 9 stinking Weedle, and you're like, well, I guess I'm not finishing this game this year.
Yeah. So even I haven't played any of the new, Pokemon Sword or Shield or anything like that, but I on the Switch especially, older games, especially the Metroidvanias that get that polished look, I'm excited for. I don't know if I'm gonna put Diablo 2 on the Switch or get it on the PC. Probably gonna do PC. If it's good enough, I'll put it on the Switch. But Diablo 3 is a game I always played on Switch, loved it at work, and jump back into it. So Metroid Dread, new, old, repolished, I can't wait. So speaking about old games getting a fresh coat of paint, Back 4 Blood is set to come out in October. I think the beta finish, I think, is the only beta we're getting now. I think that's it, right? I think that's it. There'll probably be some gameplay overviews, but I played the beta, and it was beta. I played.
Can you elaborate on that?
But it was beta. I mean, so I have the nostalgia of Left 4 Dead. Like that was my driver, especially grade 11, 12, going into college, I believe. That was the driver. That was like, when you go by your friend's house, that's what you're playing. You don't think about it. It was either Modern Warfare 2 or it was Left 4 Dead, right? And you didn't even think about it. And the core mechanics, just the fact that, okay, I can't wait to go into the same world I've been into, because I know spitters could be in different locations. It could get hectic, then it could get like it could get lit, and then you could break through and you could feel like, boy, motherfucker, we make it. And then you could reach the next one, and then you go and tell, what the fuck, boy, we come a long way, boy. You know, it's always that feeling of, boy, we come a long way, boy. And playing the beta, I felt that I see the quality of game it will be, but maybe because I wasn't playing with people I knew, it didn't feel the same. You know, people were rushing through, people weren't like talking, and I don't really like the hub world. You know, it kind of reminded me of the Division's hub world. I'm not a big fan of hub worlds in games like that, unless they're done really, really well. But if I have to walk, if it's something I could do in a menu and I have to walk to do it, I don't fucking like it, because I think it's just extra.
Right.
Yeah, that's
like, imagine, like, it's such a common thing nowadays with games to have these hub worlds, and they have all these features, and the developers are like, yes, we made our developers slave away hundreds of hours to make this feature. Try it. And you're like, listen, you're going to try it once. You're going to get the achievement. You're going to realize it's a piece of trash. And you're going to realize that what you want is on the other end of the hub world. Yeah. And then the developers are going to be like, well, we didn't make a menu, so every time you load up the game, just walk over there. You know, it just gets annoying. It gets really annoying.
Give me that menu. Yeah. Who else played it?
I didn't get to play it. I said, I was
blissfully unaware.
I wasn't unaware of the game. Like, I mean, I watched all the trailers, right? I never played Left 4 Dead game. Wait, I lie. I played it one time with a friend in a cul-de-sac I used to live in. One of my neighbors. A cul-de-sac. That's what we like to call them in America, where you know. Yeah, I used to live right, just like them, bro. Right.
Me and my two friends are like Ed and Nettie.
Yeah, no, but I mean, when I played that was 11 years old. When I played Left 4 Dead 2, first time, and at that time I know like young me was really scared of just like zombies in general. And bro, it was not, it wasn't fun, right? I mean, I remember like he was like, hey, let's play this really cool game. I have this. He tried to get me into Resident Evil, and I was like, yeah, I ain't feeling this. I can't deal with it.
Bro,
so I'm like, you know, I'll watch you play. I
played Resident Evil 2.
As soon as he started, you know, popping the heads of the zombies and the stinking worm thing come out their head, I was like, you know, that's you got like Melee?
You got Mario Kart?
you got Pokemon, or I don't know.
Yeah, bro,
is this something that's E for everyone? And he's like, no, I get Left 4 Dead 2. And I'm like, you sure about that? I mean, after you watch me freak out watching you play Resident Evil 4, why do you think, or I think it was 4, but why would you want me to play a zombie game with you, a co-op zombie game? I put that controller down and walk out the house. I was done. I couldn't.
Zombie games, they have a special place.
I love zombie games now. I know how stupid and how stupid I was back then, right? I mean, 11 years old. What else could I do but not be a coward? But you know, I was really excited for Back 4 Blood coming out. But when I saw that $60 price tag, I didn't know if it was worth it.
Especially after playing the beta, I kind of want to hear TEIKO's Resident Evil 2 story, because I have one.
You have Resident? No, I mean, bro. Like Dre said, dog, zombie games back then just weren't my thing. Like Resident Evil 2, I had that on N64, bro. You could not get me to play that once the sun went down.
No.
Like I would literally look outside and see the sun going down and trying to type right off. Like, bro, it got to cut off right. Like I just couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro.
At least you played it, because like I remember I was scared of my cousin's house after watching him play Resident Evil 2. I think it was 2. I remember a police station, but it was like,
Yeah, that's true.
since watching him play that, the house just turned into something else. So like so as much as I tease Dre about zombie games and scary games, like that's kind of my shtick as far as content. But I used to be scared. I used to be scared.
Bro, I think that's why.
That's the thing now. Like that's the thing. Like I like being scared now. Obviously, you can't stand it when you're young, right? But I mean that it was worse with me because like that extended to just anything that wasn't. My parents loved me as a gamer, right? I was the perfect gamer for them because I didn't go for anything above T for teen.
Yeah.
T for everyone.
Oh yeah.
At one point, like I was really into the Spider-Man 2 game that had come out on Xbox, and my dad was like, "Hey, Dre, I know you've been playing Spider-Man 2 for like 34 hours. Why don't you try this game, Halo 2?" And like it was a game. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, Halo 2 is I've heard it's a really good game." He played it himself, right? So he knew it was a really good game. I'm like, "I'm good, Dad. Let me go swing from some buildings over here." Like uncultured me was turned down Halo 2, bro.
Dad,
right?
Turning down
And the remastered version is so clean. You need to play that.
And Spider-Man didn't get really good till the 3rd one.
No,
the GameCube one.
That Spider-Man he was talking about was pretty good on the Xbox, though.
Yeah.
No,
I want to hear about good Spider-Man games. You want to hear about good Spider-Man games? Y'all know those games like really old back in the day that you didn't need a console. You had just a stick and you plugged it into the TV and it would run the game off the stick. So you just have. Listen, this was old. You had one button and you had a stick. You had a control stick. So you literally do like this to move and you press like the 1 or 2 buttons. And all you have to do is plug it in to the AV ports and everything like that.
That's them Spider-Man games where when you go like that and then a line is just go from to the corner.
Single white line.
Listen, my brothers and I were all lined up behind the stick, and like when you lost, you had to take turns. So you just watching people swing left to right, shoot a web, left to right, shoot a web. And when you're a kid, that's the most fun thing ever. When you're an adult, you realize you have better games to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Options.
I want a few more buttons.
Since we got options, is Back for Blood from playing the beta, honestly, we all gonna get it. We all gonna play it. If that wasn't on Game Pass, would we drop $60 on it?
No.
Right off the bat.
I mean, I've been told, and I had this conversation with my my brother just last week while we were watching Gamescom. And I told him, like, Devin, I think I'm gonna get a Game Pass just so I could get Back for Blood. And he's like, well, that's a waste of money. I'm like, well, Game Pass is only $10, and I'm gonna play other games too, right? There's Wolfenstein 2, which I haven't played on there, and then they're coming out with new stuff as well. He's like, but you're gonna get a game but somewhat of a live service game, a roguelike game, Back for Blood, which most likely will get like content after it initially gets released, on a service, right? So like you don't actually own the game, and I'm like, yeah, I think so. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I asked, like, why doesn't that make any sense to you? And like his whole reasoning is that if you don't pay the subscription, right? If you decide, oh well, maybe I don't have enough money this month to pay for a subscription for Game Pass, or I don't want Game Pass, or I'm saving up or something, like anything, right? You don't actually get to play Back for Blood because you don't have the subscription. Rather than if you had just purchased it one time, you own the game, you can play whenever you want, right? Because I don't think I would have Game Pass forever. Right, no. But maybe I would much later in life. I'd be like, hey, I remember Back for Blood, came out. Let me try and play that. Oh wait, no, I can't play anymore because I never actually bought it.
But this is the thing about
so there's that.
This is the thing about Game Pass. You get to try so many games that you would have never bought, right? Yeah. So if you get it on Game Pass for the first month, you like it, you like the story, this is the perfect game. You order the physical, you put it on your shelf, and you have it. Right? But think about you buying a game. Think about you buying a game for 60 or 70, and then you get it and it's 90. You know, I'm talking about games like I bought Biomutant. Like that was my first big flop. It was Biomutant, and I liked it, but it wasn't polished enough or good enough.
Yeah, it
keep me
was
going.
Brink for me.
Yeah, that was.
But
that was definitely not $60 worth. Bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's what reviews are for, right? Like everyone has their trusted, you know,
but even with a
reviewer, people, someone on YouTube, they'll tell you like.
But even with a review, you still don't know if it's right for you. And then, I think the benefits to Game Pass are too great for you to not just say, "Yo, I'm gonna try this and hundreds of other games, and if I like any of these, I could buy the physical and put them on my shelf."
Yeah,
but I mean,
Game Pass
that's the thing. But it's like if you pay the $10 for that month, right? And you're like, oh wait, I really like this game, but it's a game like Back 4 Blood where you play it continually. It has a lot of replay value, but you don't necessarily want to pay $10 monthly for Game Pass. You lose that save data after that 1 month, right? Or you have to buy the game, and that save data doesn't actually transfer over if you buy the game fully afterwards.
You keep your save data.
Yeah, well, do you keep your save data within the version of the game that you bought through Game Pass?
Yeah, all the data is the same.
Right.
Xbox is amazing with their cross regression, all their like remember when Final Fantasy came out on PS5, and then you had to delete the game, and then you had to copy your save data, and Xbox does this thing called instant delivery. So any game, once it's on Xbox, no matter if you buy it, if you get it on Game Pass, the game data is the same game data.
Okay, so it's somewhat.
Mind you that save data will be exclusive to that Xbox Game Pass version. So if you see like a deal for Back 4 Blood in another store, like say you see it for like 50% off in Steam one day, that progression won't carry you.
Yeah, that's a
different platform. It's a different platform.
So that's a different platform. I mean, so you can still buy the game for $60 on that platform. Like for me, who would be buying the game on PC, I can get that from the Microsoft Store for $60, and it'll be the same save data as when I played it on Game Pass, even if I didn't own it. Okay.
Yeah, it'd have to be the Xbox version.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Xbox integration with Windows, because it's Microsoft, is just absolutely amazing for the vestige of Xbox players.
Did you just say vestige?
Yeah.
That was amazing. Please do more stuff like that. That was amazing.
But yeah, I think all Game Pass games come from the Microsoft Store, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, school's starting back up, so I gotta increase the language, you know.
No, I know you read a lot of books, but I never in my life thought I would have vestige in a actual regular conversation, and I appreciate you for that, bro. But you know how baller that is. Y'all say, yeah, Cam, what you doing on a Saturday night? The vestige of You'd be like, what? She'd be like, oh.
He's educated.
The vestige. That's super dope, man.
He knows English.
That's super
brain.
dope. Yo, so as we start the wind
down. You have a
down.
pocket dictionary?
Yeah, as we start the wind down, what is everybody playing? Let's start with Noah.
Listen, y'all are gonna be disappointed, okay?
As usual.
Okay.
So, I mean, just Band-Aid off. No, that's fine.
Okay, so basically, right, I told myself that school is starting up. I'm not using my computer. I'm not using Windows that much right now because I'm doing all my schoolwork on my other thing. And I said, when I load this up, I need to beat my games because I just have too many Steam sales happened back in my day. So now I just have a huge library of games, and I've trimmed it down to about 20. Okay. I'm actually gonna pull that up really quickly so I get no names incorrect. Okay, my brother asked me to play Halo. I played about 20 minutes of it, and I said, you know what? If I keep playing this, I'm not gonna get to the rest of my games. Okay, so right now I have to finish the Dishonored series. I have to play. I want to play Middle Earth, but that's probably not too high on my things. I want to play Resident Evil, Amnesia, Dark Souls. But these are all older games.
Oh, which Dark Souls?
Cult of the. What do you mean? Which all? Actually, no, not all. Not all.
Ooh.
Probably the first one.
Actually, yeah. I will be playing all. Actually. I have Left 4 Dead actually, and it's funny that we talked about Back 4 Blood because like I actually thought about playing Left 4 Dead at least twice in my life. I played it once when my friends brought it to school, and they said it was all the rage. I didn't understand it, but
They said all the rage.
They didn't say all the rage, but
why don't you?
You really going
it was all the rage. Listen, it was about four of them. It was about four of them, and they were all
the rage,
playing.
Noah. This is all the rage.
And they said, Noah, you have to try this. It's what the kids are playing, man.
It's the cat's
hype,
meow.
it's cool, hip, you know. But I died, as you can expect, really early, so I was kicked off pretty fast. But I couldn't play shooters back then, so but now I can a bit more. So
no, if you turn your console on right now, what's there?
Well, right now I don't have my PS4. My friend who's putting it to much better use
touch
than
no
me.
button. Don't touch no button. Just turn the switch on. Don't let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Just turn the switch on. Don't try to move the Animal Crossing. Is that Zelda? Closer.
That just looks like Smash.
That is Smash. I was playing online.
Beside that is what?
I mean, what else?
That's Little Nightmares.
That is Little Nightmares. I have to play the sequel. I have the sequel. Mario Kart 8 because some people
you
were
skipped
talking
one.
smack.
You skipped one.
Cave Story.
Okay.
I got Cave Story as a present. Cave Story Plus.
Cam, what did you expect? What were you expecting? Like a specific game to be on that screen?
This is next to it.
Cuphead. For Wolfenstein.
I mean, like he was expecting some like some
I don't know.
Wolfenstein is at the back, bro.
I thought we might see. I thought we might see Cooking Mama. Cooking Mama.
Wait. I got it. This is what I'm playing, man. If it has a loading screen. Oh, it doesn't have a loading screen. That's unfortunate.
Alright.
I'll have to wait, then I'll show it off.
He's playing something weird. TEIKO, what you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing something weird. Something real weird. You guys don't want to see this. Look at that. Fortnite.
Yeah. TEIKO, what you playing, man?
Alright, so I've been on my player co-op thing right now. You know, you've been seeing us, Nate. We've been playing a lot of Vermintide 2, Aliens Fire Team. What I've been playing in terms of like the adventure games.
Like what you been playing for yourself?
Oh, bro, that's really what I've been playing mostly. Those I've been playing by myself. Even though calling them will get on every now and then, but I mean, like, I kind of been just matchmaking those. I re-downloaded Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry, good.
So I mean, I already beat it, but you know, I always get an itch for the combat. Then, I've been playing. Believe it or not, I've been playing a lot of the Warrior series. Like I never played them before, and I think I played. Which one did I start playing? I think I got into Samurai Warriors. Samurai Warriors is the one that just came out. So I was playing a lot of that, and I like pumped in like I think 30 hours in one weekend, bro. Beat it, and I was like, okay, you know what? I need more Warriors. I kind of like it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I need sleep.
Well, I mean that too.
Sleep is an option.
I mean, Dre can't get on me about sleep, bro. Dre be playing League like 2 o'clos in the morning.
Do you see the shadows under his eyes? Do you see the shadows?
Past 12 p.m.
Listen, the shadows went from hair down to hair. You see that? They're just extending. How much is the shadows under his eyes? So much League he's playing.
Yeah, so
bro,
yo, it's crazy.
That's how you know he plays jungle. It's right there.
It's the jungle
all
on
the
his
trees.
lip.
It's the jungle on his lip.
It's crazy because all us were playing a pretty dope game that kind of like lost our interest fast. It was like a quickie, Naraka Blade Point. You know,
that lost y'all interest. I still want to play it.
I mean, every time I look at it, I'm like, I only want to play this with 2 other people or with a squad, right?
But I understand that.
Yeah, I only want to play with a squad, but it kind of like, you know, super big on it. So Dre, what's like? This is a redundant question.
I almost don't want to ask. It's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is.
All right, let's go.
Dead by Daylight, bro.
That's an old favorite of yours, but
Dead by Daylight.
But it's dope to see that you kind of
switched up.
switched
My
up.
friend wants to play.
Play what?
I'm supposed to tell you. One of my friends told me. They said, Noah, have you heard of this game called Dead by Daylight? And I said, oh no.
I can't deal with much more pain. If he's new, have him learn on his own. I already have too many.
He's been playing for about 2 months.
Everybody
he asked me. He said, "No, I'll buy it for you if you play." And I was like, "Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that." But I know someone who could teach you a thing or two. I know someone who's addicted.
The Dead by Daylight. I just started playing that again. I ain't that addicted yet.
It seems like it's on a lot of people's radars. Like it's becoming like almost like an Apex, Fortnite type of thing. Like when you see.
I wouldn't say that.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. Like it's growing in the streaming community. Is growing with people more that like it's becoming that game that you hear in people's lists when they say, "Yo, what you stream? I stream Apex, Dead by Daylight, this, and I play that." Like I'm hearing that so much more. I'm seeing more girls playing that. You know, I'm seeing it a lot more, and it's an older game. You know, something weird about it. Like I'm seeing a lot of people mention, "Oh yeah, Dead by Daylight." And,
yeah, well, it's a really fun game.
You know,
it's a really fun game.
Go ahead, T.
They have a lot of regular content releases too, so it's like content comes out regularly. So even though it's an old game, they always got new stuff in it.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get into it too. Dre, what do you normally play? You look like the killer. Like you don't play the.
Yeah, I'm a killer man.
I'm
a killer man.
Jungle maniac.
Yeah, man. I mean, I do like the pain. But no, killer is cathartic. All right, you can't kill people in real life. You can kill them in the damn game. All right, so like, it's just like I mean, that's just really what it is, bro. Like, it makes me sound like a psychopath, but sometimes I need a stress reliever.
You are a psychopath. You know, he tried to make me play, and he made me play like the survivor role just to watch me fail.
Oh, that was so fun.
Sometimes it wasn't even my fault. It was my team. Like, Dre's there like, okay, you're going to go over to the generator and fix it. And I'm over here, I'm getting this generator perfectly. I'm finally in a good streak. And then my teammates...
Don't even try.
No.
Every single skill.
You remember it. You remember it. It was about 6 games in.
That generator.
It was 6 games in. The first 5, I was missing the skill checks.
5 seconds.
On the 6th game...
You're making too much damn noise.
Dre. This time it was my teammate who messed me up. And you laughed so hard. You were like, yep. That's what teammates do to you. And I finally realized why you enjoy Dead by Daylight. Because in League, when you come in with horrible teammates, you're losing and your enemy's laughing at you. But when you're the killer, you're all the team in one. And you're working together. You're getting all these survivors, and the survivors are the bad team. So now you're laughing at them. I finally figured it out in that moment. Right? And then I played as killer and I couldn't find anyone, so that was funny.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah, bro. I played one game as the killer, and I was like, "There's no way this is the same game we were playing when I was a survivor because I couldn't find nobody. Every one of them escaped, bro.
Who did I play as straight? A slow character.
Look, that's all. You just gotta know where to look.
I had some really good games. Who was the slow character
you had me play
as killer? I had some good games.
The one who stares.
Who's the slow character you had him playing?
It's a famous. He's so famous. Oh my goodness.
The mask. Slow character.
Like remember he has the mask?
You mean the Scream dude?
No, oh my
Scream
god.
Dude is fast.
Bro, no. He stalks. His whole thing is he stalks. Like he he's like stands still.
You talking about Michael Myers?
Yes, Michael Myers. I'm thinking
he's not slow. Oh, I mean he's slow at first.
Pretty slow.
Yeah. So, but at first I couldn't get any like marks on anyone, so I was just there like.
Which was puzzling because all you got to do is stare at them.
I tried, bro. I tried. I
all you got to do is stare at them.
It was a skill check I wasn't ready for.
A skill check? You just got to hold a button down, man.
Isn't that what a skill check is? You just press a button.
So, I think October is coming up. I'm gonna be a lot on Dead by Daylight as part of rocking with the GameHeads, putting content out. So, we're going to be playing a lot of Dead by Daylight next month, especially. So, it's nice to see Dre, pick up the game again, because he always talked about it. He always, this game, man. It makes me feel alive, even though it's about death.
Even though I'm killing.
Even though I'm killing, all right? So for me, this is a weird, but I've only been playing this I think it's the first day. I think I started this morning. And you know, I be all about Tracy. Can't we play everything, man? And you did play everything, and that's only because of Game Pass. But so recently I bought a $10 PS Plus for the month so I could get some 2K in. I was feeling basketball in my spirit, and I don't want to get on the 2K is a bad game, but that is another topic. 2K hasn't showed us any gameplay. TEIKO tweeted this earlier. They haven't showed us any gameplay, and 2K22 is out next week. Whereas previous 2Ks, we seen gameplay, we seen progression trees, we seen the player builders, we seen my team from June, July, right? I don't know what's gonna happen. It doesn't look like it's getting delayed. I think this is gonna be a major exploit for the basketball fans because, you know, it's too blatant at this point that they don't give a flip, right? It's really too blatant at this point. You want to say something,
bro? I mean, whatever they give a lot of the 2K players, bro, they can take, because I feel like 2K.
It's all we have, bro.
It ain't that, but nowadays, do people really play 2K for, like, the earlier 2Ks? They didn't really have the my player mode, so you like basketball fanatics would buy that for the actual basketball simulation. I feel like my player is taking a life of its own. Like when you like, sometimes I see 2K trending on Twitch, and I'm like, okay, let me see if people are actually playing games. Bro, nobody is actually playing with any of the 30 NBA teams. Everybody's just on their mic. So I think they kind of realize like that's their bread and butter. But because you can pay that $70 and then you can still buy VC to level up that my player. Go ahead.
But even still, it's like, I mean, most team games we get, I mean, Madden is trying his best to implement that type of thing. We seen what they try to do with the park in the last Madden.
They see 2K making all the money.
But I'm saying the only quote unquote gameplay that we got was that Play Now, which I'll be real with you, people do like and appreciate, but it really is the my player, because, you know, when you play certain online games, you gotta get your drip, TEIKO. You know what it's talking about. You gotta be fresh. You know what I'm saying? And once you put that fresh factor in, that's gonna tie into, because think of like a Halo. One of the major things is the cosmetics in Halo now, with the different helmets and stuff. It's like
with Infinite coming up.
With Infinite, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that Samurai one looks so good.
Yeah, like, and the reason Fortnite still grows too is because, you know, they just got I saying his name, Mike Lowry. In Fortnite is like from Bad Boys, Will Smith, and it's like, it's really just a drip. It's just a drip. So I get that, but so if that's the case, 2K knows where most of his players play. Is my player, and even if you play the other modes, you're gonna do some my player, right? You know, play with your friends, you know, grow. 2K is kind of like RPG in the my player mode, but the fact that we don't get no type of respect as my player players is annoying. A full $70 game is out next week. We've seen no cuts gameplay. We've seen no menus.
So let me ask you,
we've seen nothing.
What would you expect from a reveal trailer in terms of features for my player? Because I don't know what else they could do, bro. Like, honestly.
No, honestly, is what they gave us, right? Is the thing is, I think 2K players broke the game themselves. From 2K20, we had a regular park, what they've been doing over and over and over, and then they give us the city. It was super big, but mobility in the city, you make a super big city, but the mobility is it sucks, right? The mobility sucks. Like they didn't have their real groundwork on 3D movement on that scale, right? And outside of that, people were cool with, okay, this is a big ass city. When I spawn in, I have to walk super far on a janky
spawn in.
Yeah, with this janky type of movement just to go and wait to play a game that the gameplay is not good. So the thing about the last 2K, and I don't want to go on a tyrant, I just say this quick. TEIKO, you doing my player. Imagine if you play a game where everyone is a power forward, 10 people on the court, everyone is a power forward. They could dribble like Steph Curry, do the Curry slide, shoot threes,
right,
and they could dunk. They could posterize dunk anybody at any time, and nobody could stop them. You think that could be a fun game to play?
No, that ain't a fun game, and I imagine that's how everybody playing on the park is. And I mean, I don't even know how you regulate it really, bro. Because
balancing.
I think if you don't spend VC and you select that you want your my player to be like, let's say a power forward initially, and then you want him to be like a hybrid power forward where he have some like small forward shooting guard skills, but you don't really scale much into it, you know. Like I feel like it should be a cap, but because of the VC element, like 2K having an identity crisis, bro, because it's like they want to present themselves as a real basketball simulation, but then on the other hand, you have this just
arcadey garbage,
like money making arcade. I mean, you calling it garbage, bro, but that you know how much money they make from it, bro?
Yeah, because
like
of the drip.
Dudes are spending
because of the drip.
Yeah, but say what you want, bro. That's what the developers are gonna focus on. You think Fortnite came here? Do you know that Fortnite initially started out
but you victim
as
blaming. As what
you talking about?
Fortnite was a defense game, a tower builder.
Right, exactly.
So
exactly, and then the battle royale came out, and then like you said, the drip. I am not victim blaming.
We love basketball, right? To the point where it's like, bro, this is where we get to be a basketball player, live out that fantasy, be a basketball player, dunk, shoot, do all these things. But it's like they disrespecting us who give them all their money, who make suggestions, they don't listen. You know, the stuff that worked, they break. The stuff that didn't work, they didn't change or try to change. It's just annoying, right? And I can't even forget my point. So I got back on 2K. I'm not getting the 2K22 unless I see some really good reviews and all that. I might get it on PC.
No, don't do that.
That would be such a waste of a PC game.
But
I mean, not only that, and that's another thing.
PC
2K also, it's not really the glitches. The next gen enhancements don't come to PC, so you could buy 2K21 right now PC, and it'll look like 2K19, bro. It wouldn't look like the one that's on PS5. I don't know why they do that. But I guess it's because of the contract they have with PlayStation. Like they get those exclusive next gen enhancements, even though the PC would have had the hardware to support it, like even before those next gen consoles came out. But 2K on PC is far different from what you would play on consoles. Do not get it on PC. I was supposed to tell you that from a long time because I know you play 2K.
I see a lot of people do a lot of mods and stuff with it though that look interesting, but I wouldn't get into that. So let me wrap up because I see Dre and Noah hella bored. It's sports, hella bored. But
Listen,
I've been playing.
I was gonna say my cousin came up to me while I was away, and I was playing I think I was playing Halo or something, probably Halo, and he said, "Hey, you guys got FIFA, Madden? Those are pretty much what I play." And I was like, I just looked at him.
It's the wrong place, bro.
It's the wrong place. Closest thing I could give you is probably if Fortnite has like a soccer ball or something. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But so that's what I went back into. But I started playing Humankind, right? I don't know if anyone's seen this.
You literally just started it this morning.
Yeah, I started that this morning, and before that I was on Tropico. So I kind of got into this simulation, SimCity type of feeling in myself, you know, and the PC lens to that being like the point and click or whatever. And Tropico felt good, and I felt like I could build stuff, but it felt a little bit too chaotic for me. And then Humankind.
I think it's the point of Tropico though, right?
It is, but I felt kind of overwhelmed, and the graphics weren't as good. Right, so I said, you know what, frig it. I didn't want to get Humankind because strategy and history is like, I was like, this might be kind of boring. But I got into it. It's super polished, super clean. They lay out everything for you. The interface is god tier. It's an amazing interface. It's clean. It runs well. I'm really surprised at how much I am enjoying this. Like, I haven't been itching to play a game like I've been enjoying this one. So, Humankind, I give it, go play that. If you is on the fence about it, because I'm not a big strategy guy, if you kind of want to try it, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Right,
I have it too on Game Pass. I just haven't played it yet.
You have everything, TEIKO. You're like,
yeah, bro. I tried
from the sound of it sounds like you have everything too.
Nah,
y'all have variety games.
I don't have as much as TEIKO. Like, TEIKO would be like, Nate, you want to play this thing? You go buy that. And I'd be like, TEIKO, I ain't buying that. That's right now. I ain't buying that. That's right now.
Bro, the backlog is very real.
It's very real.
Noah was talking about his backlog. I wouldn't even get into it. It is embarrassing. Some of them just ain't get touched, but they be on
That's
sale.
Really how it is.
Get it.
Listen, and Steam summer sales, as a younger man, I should have realized their ploy. Okay, I'm gonna give you a bunch of bad games wrapped with a few good games for a huge discount number, and you're gonna take it. If I see 85% discount, I feel stupid if I don't buy that. 85%? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and then you feel stupid after you buy it.
Yeah, you feel stupid. You're like, wait a minute. What are these games that they sold me? Like, anyway.
Could have bought a hot party.
That's how they
bought a hot party.
Let's get out of here, Jay.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the podcast. You can follow us on GameHeads TV on YouTube. That's where we're going to be posting the podcast. We're also on the Solid. Check them out there. If you guys want to give your socials, you can give them now. But we also have the GameHeads Discord. Catch that on the GameHeads Facebook page as well. Check us out. Join us in the Discord. Let us know how you like the podcast, all that good stuff. And what about you guys?
Yeah, man.
You can only find me in the Discord. So if you guys want to find me, it's only in the Discord.
There we go.
So join now.
You can find me on everything at Cameron the Comfort.
You can find me mostly on Twitter. It's the Tan Mamba, THA. I recently
You got hacked?
had to get a new account. I get hacked. They got my OG account out of here, bro. So yeah, I'm on a new account, THA Tan Mamba. So you can follow me on there if you. I try to make less mistakes like typing out,
Yeah, you don't get a starstruck. You don't get a starstruck.
Yeah, bro. Like it's easier to talk to like Cam the Comfort and type into them.
Yeah,
like seeing them right there, bro. It's like
yeah.
It's a little tough.
Don't worry. We all feel it a bit.
Enough of that.
I mean,
enough of that.
Some more than others.
Some more than others. Like, I definitely know Dre feels some kind of like intimidation.
I mean, sometimes I get starstruck by myself. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. But Cam, when Dre turns on his camera, Cam is just like, "Whoa, OBS stopped working."
Yo, I forgot to big up the stream team. You can catch me on twitch.tv at Cam the Comfort. Big up the Lady Avi, Magasso, big up the Bay Entertainment. Magasso has a new show coming out with development. I don't know if I'm supposed to drop the bag or not, but make sure you go follow.
It's a little early, but
go and follow Magasso Magasso. And we're gonna be doing a lot of things. Make sure you follow up GameHeads_TV on Twitch as well.
Yeah, definitely. And also for those Brawlhalla players out there who do listen to the podcast, we do have a Brawlhalla event coming up in a week, so watch out for that and sign up.
What's the name of the event, Dre?
The hottest.
The hottest.
The hottest.
Yeah, so shout out to all the Brawlhalla players that were, in round 1 and round 2. Amazing players. I think Brawlhalla is on the way to be maybe our first official level esport in the Bahamas. The amount of players I see, the skill level I see, it may be a big, a good look. And I was talking with TEIKO at the time. He say, "Yo, just play Brawlhalla. I so good at Brawlhalla." I say, "TEIKO, calm down. Calm down.
I mean, I live decent at it, bro. I don't know if I get as good as the people who was in the tournament, but
you should see how you match up, man. See you match up.
Yeah. So we could get TEIKO on some Brawlhalla. Yeah, we do a Brawlhalla night. And look out for the Among Us night, the Twitter, Bahamian Twitter Among Us night part 2. Should be coming up next week. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye. Oh, we're brought to you by Noah's Bookshelf.
Emporium.
Which has replaced Dashiki.
Yeah, Noah's Dashiki is gone. So
yeah,
brought to you by
These books are not for sale.
Noah's
I was
Bookshelf
contemplating
services.
selling a Dashiki, but the books are not for sale, unfortunately. But you know,
yeah,
there's always a price.
Alright, be gone. Bye.
Alright, see you.
Yeah, okay, later.
Yes,
bye.
sir.
Yeah.